An intruder is approaching. But he's not interested in stealing their buffalo carcass. He's come to challenge the resident male and take over the pride. It's been a couple of years since the resident male was himself the challenger. Like most males, his mane started to grow, and he reached sexual maturity at the age of 2. He was then thrown out of the pride he was born into. This serves an evolutionary purpose. Since he's related to all the females in his pride, he must leave in order to mate. But as a teenager, he wasn't strong enough to depose a resident male. So he roamed for more than a year, waiting for his moment to take over a pride. 2 years ago, he did. Now, from the sound of the distant roar, the shoe is on the other foot.
Personally, I've heard of lions roaring from 6 miles away. And when you realize how far away, it's like, God, but they seem so close.
A lion's roar isn't just heard, it's felt. It begins when muscles between his ribs work like bellows, pushing air at 80 kilometers per hour over massive vocal folds, causing them to vibrate. But what gives the roar its power is the speaker cabinet between the roof of the mouth and the back of the throat. The sound resonates here, increasing in speed and intensity. And in this speaker cabinet, the lion can also manipulate his roar's pitch, the way an opera singer changes a note. The result is a sound that can reach 115 decibels, as loud as a rock concert. Another roar comes, from much closer this time. A series of staccato grunts with clear beginnings and endings, which make the roaring lion easy to locate.
The name of the game is intimidation. I don't think they'd rather kill each other. They don't want to get hurt either, because they know if they get wounded, they're pretty much stuffed.
Now, both resident and challenger have a choice. Fight or flee. But it's no longer that simple. Suddenly, he sees that he's not just facing one lion, but 2. As one intruder attacks the male, the second intruder threatens the pride. The resident male injures his paw and finally falls on his back in a gesture of submission. His pride and the territory are no longer his. The more dominant of the 2 challengers becomes the new leader. And as he takes power, things take a brutal turn. he kills all the cubs.
It seems very cruel, but basically he's just wanting to end the kingdom of this former male, to start his own reign. He's assuring that these are his kids, his genes that are being passed on to the next generation.
If the new leader can stay with the pride long enough for his cubs to reach adulthood, his genetic line will continue. And though the females may initially resist the new resident male's efforts, at 225 kilograms, he weighs over 30% more than they do. But killing the cubs also serves another purpose. It will actually put the lionesses into heat. The years of stability in this pride are gone in a heartbeat. The new resident male leads them out on the hunt with something to prove. Today, they won't be hunting buffalo, but something far more substantial. This prey is over 5 meters tall and weighs 1,800 kilograms, with legs taller than a lion's entire body. Its kick can kill in one blow.
I've seen a giraffe give a sideways kick. Can you hear the crack from 100 yards away? Caved his head in.
If they're going to take down something that big, the males are going to have to join the hunt.
There's no rule of thumb that say males don't hunt. They do. I've seen them actually going after giraffe. And that's a big animal. You need a lot of friends for that one. You need the weight to bring this beast down.
A giraffe isn't just big and strong. It's fast and agile too. So the pride will need a unique strategy to succeed. They'll have to set a trap. 3 lionesses have herded this giraffe into a grove of acacia trees, where the rest of the pride is waiting. The giraffe is surrounded on 3 sides by the trees, and the lions are sealing off the 4th side. With nowhere to go, the giraffe begins to panic. And the lions just wait for the perfect moment to strike. Even with an entire pride on him, this giraffe has no intention of going down easy. And it takes nearly an hour to kill it. While the pride feasts on giraffe, less than 2 kilometers away, the ousted male wanders alone on the savanna, getting hungrier. His paw is injured. And worse yet, everywhere he goes is another pride's territory.
There could be 3 or 4 prides setting up territory within this 10 to 20 mile radius. And the only chance that he has at that point is just to try to stay undercover, make as little noise as possible, and just keep running until you get out of that pride's territory.
He's used to being stealthy to stalk his prey. But now he must keep a low profile to avoid being preyed upon. 4 days ago, he took in almost 30,000 calories, but expending more than 10,000 calories a day, he's got little left in the reserve. In the blink of an eye, everything about his life has changed. Getting hungrier, he's reduced to prowling like a hyena. Meanwhile, his former pride takes its time with such a huge meal. The more than 1 million calories could sustain them for 10 days. If only they could eat the entire giraffe in one meal.
Lions will eat 40 pounds of meat and just gorge themselves. They'll go wander off and get a drink of water from the nearest watering hole and then crash out for the next 18 hours.
When they wake up, hyenas have taken the carcass and had a feast of their own. The giraffe could have lasted them more than a week. Instead, they'll be hunting the next evening.